Welcome to the Management of Organizations course, or as it's referred to at the Indian School of Business, MGTO. As the name suggests, this course offers a first introductory step towards gaining a better understanding of how organizations work and the various interpersonal and social dynamics at play. It deals with the complexities of the human mind and the human psychology, the inherent biases or prejudices that all of us possess, but more interestingly, it tells us how we could use these biases to our advantage. If that isn't enough of a hook, what if I told you that MGTO will be the most important course you take at an MBA? I see the finance and marketing enthusiasts scratching their heads in disbelief. But you're thinking about a degree in business to pick up various skills that will make you more employable or marketable. At the Indian School of Business or any other management institution, you will definitely be able to learn these skills. You will be taught how to read a balance sheet, or how to optimize a supply chain, or how to best position a new product for a given consumer segment. While these are all interesting fields of study, a future investment banker need not know the intricacies of marketing. A specialist in healthcare need not be an expert at regression analysis. But all of us will work with people, peers, subordinates, and superiors. MGTO will teach you the rules of the game, how to advance in your company by having better interactions with your bosses, your suppliers, your colleagues, your teammates, how to make your work life more productive by becoming indispensable to your organization, or how to make your work life easier by not taking up more responsibility than you can actually cope with. In short, it teaches you all the soft, intangible skills that till now you thought you had to be born with to possess. And it has very real outcomes. Let's talk about these two companies, Google and Goldman Sachs. One company is consistently voted the best to work for, while the other is considered the face of the evils of capitalism. One values freedom, flexibility, and creating a culture of collaboration, and its success is clear to see, while the other fosters a toxic environment of competition and refers to consumers as muppets, the end result being whenever something goes wrong, like the global financial crisis of 2008, these are the first organizations to be blamed, whether it's valid or not. Perception matters. And all things equal, you know which company you'd rather work for. But let us now get to specifics. Why do we need MGTO and what does it teach us?
Most of us have been part of teams before and have played various roles, including being a team member in a diverse group or even a team leader. Quite often than not, we find ourselves in situations where we face a lot of coordination and adaptation problems. We are uncomfortable to cooperate with others who are significantly different from us. We are psychologically primed to make bad decisions, and even while leading teams, we oppose change and possess status quo bias. So MGTO helps us to figure out the key to managerial excellence, how to be a more productive team member, how to be a more efficient team leader, and how to manage the diversity of our network contacts while leveraging the human and social capital in the organization.
So, what do we gain by studying MGTO? As mentioned earlier, MGTO not only helps in making work life more productive, but it also makes your work life way more easier. Often we may have heard this quote that it's not your IQ, but your EQ that helps you succeed in your professional life. MGTO helps you build this EQ. By studying MGTO, both employees and managers come to understand what makes people behave the way they do. Employees can use this knowledge to increase their job satisfaction and improve work performance. Managers can use MGTO to accomplish goals and help employees achieve optimal performance. More importantly, learning about MGTO helps you understand your own behavior, attitude, ethical views, and performance, as well as those of people with whom you'll be working. This type of knowledge will assist you in working effectively with managers, colleagues, and subordinates.
The first half of the course is to do with macro-organizational behavior and deals with organization level phenomena. The course enables you to develop your own unique leadership style. This is done by studying several leadership styles and then analyzing your own behavioral traits given your individual internal and external environments. Studying various employee motivation theories will allow you to understand the dimensions of employee performance and how they can be influenced appropriately. By understanding the principles of psychological influence and being able to differentiate among peripheral, informational, and motivational influence will be useful for effective coalition and to help you build better relationships. Appreciating motivational and cognitive biases in decision making will allow you to effectively manage team processes. The second half of the course is regarding micro-organizational behavior, which deals with individual level phenomena. As part of this course, you will learn how to appreciate diversity in teams by overcoming biases such as the common knowledge effect and the stereotype threat. This course will help you understand the importance of creating a smart network that adds informational as well as instrumental value to you as an individual. You will analyze the sources that individuals derive power from, such as possessing valuable information, status, or something as direct as being a formal figure of authority. All of these, along with the various aspects of direct and indirect social influence, will help you appreciate the fact that strong technical skills aren't enough to succeed in not just a corporate setting, but any other that requires cooperation from multiple stakeholders.
So we've seen how MGTO is important for any management aspirant, irrespective of which industry they would like to join, simply because the principles they use are universal and can be applied across the board. But having talked about why it's important and what's being taught, the next very natural question becomes, how is it taught at the Indian School of Business? And at ISB, we don't believe in textbook or theoretical learning. We believe the best way to learn is through practical, hands-on experience or applications, which is why we use several different interactive methods. We use fun games, we use simulations, and we use case discussions. As part of our first or second class, we were given a detective game where, like out of an Agatha Christie novel, a person was murdered and there was a list of likely suspects. We had to work in groups and then decide who we thought was the most likely culprit. As a result of this game, we not only revealed our inherent bias when we prioritized one potential culprit over another, but we also exposed the cognitive limitations of the human mind, where information was available but we couldn't see or use it in an efficient manner. In a simulation sort of setup, we were asked to interact with a virtual organization to implement a certain software in their company. To do so, we had to talk to everybody from the CEO of that company to somebody working at the ground level, and had to use influencing tactics and network tactics to ensure that we achieved our end objective, and we were graded according to the methods which we used. And the last is obviously case discussions, where again the best way to learn is through real life examples. We were given real life cases of different people, organizations, the problems they face, and the eventual solutions. If the curriculum isn't appealing enough, which it definitely should be, we also boast of the very best faculty from both India and around the world. It's not just resident faculty, we also get the best from different institutions across the country and the world. So if you come to ISB to learn MGTO, you might be taught by Professor Srinivas from XLRI, which we know is as a HR program, a really fantastic program to be a part of. And he brought all his experience and knowledge to teach us in our classrooms. You could also be taught by Professor Louis Martins from the University of Texas, whose wit and humor kept you at the edge of your seats for the entirety of the class while he taught all these different concepts. You could also be taught by Professor Marco Petessa from the Singapore Management University. So the point is that at ISB, we not only talk about a global curriculum, but we also talk about the very best in global faculty. For all these reasons, we believe you should definitely consider ISB as part of your management education.